Yo, good morning, guys. Welcome to Crypto EMC. My name is Rudo, and this is the Trade for a Living podcast. I'm going to be showing you some crypto trend, Bitcoin trend analysis so that you can trade in the right direction. As we know, always trade in harmony with the trend. Okay, so let's have a look at what was said yesterday. I was looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, and I explained that the market is in a channel. And we also know from previous streams that in this area, we tend to get a lot of supply. So the market sells off quite aggressively once it's there. And when we're in this area over here, we get a lot of demand. The market is being bought up quite aggressively, big moves leaving that range. So everything is intact. So where we are at the moment, though, is once we move into this middle area here, the market becomes a little confused. So you get a lot of chop. So entries that kind of it works and then doesn't work. So you don't get that locked in gains and it leaves the zone. So this means that when we trade and why we trade, while we trade in this area, we just need to give a little bit of a wider stop to any trade strategy that you're using, because this is what's happening. Everybody's still trying to be cheap and tight with the stops, and then that basically just the market falls in on itself, almost like a domino effect, and we all ruin our trading for ourselves. Okay, now where we are at the moment, price went into this blue area down here, and I'm still expecting Bitcoin, and I've been expecting Bitcoin to go back to the 70s. I mean, many times, but the trader in me says, well, we've made a lower low, we've now made a higher high. This is, as good as time as any for us to start going into the 70s again. So you have to have that positivity and that blind faith, almost in a way that there's a lot of momentum, therefore I can think that way. If we don't have momentum, if Bitcoin is doing this, saying it's going to go to 70 doesn't make sense. So just, that's the important thing. I'm allowed to say this now because clearly we have a lot of momentum. Okay, so your target's still going to be, you're trying to go long above these areas here. So 65, 700 is probably as low as it will go. And as time goes on, you're expecting the market to not make higher or lower lows, within this range. Something similar to what we had here. Maybe not for as long a duration, maybe shorter period of time, but something similar to that. And finally, to try and get Bitcoin up to this area, 69 or a little bit higher, as its resting place. This will complete. Oh, my English this morning, guys. This will complete potential 5-wave structure for us, thereby expecting an ABC with a 5-wave at the end, kind of just to cement in the 64, 65 area, because this zone is an important resistance level. If we scale up into the daily time frame, you can see that, there's been a lot of negotiation happening within this zone. And what I can do is I'll just mark it like the green action zone. Price is either, turning it into support, or Bitcoin's trying to turn it into resistance. So the fact is Bitcoin needs to go above this, and then it will potentially try this again. But hopefully we will act and it will remain support. So where we are now is a good buy, but potentially we'll need to go higher first and then come right back to where we are now, which would also be a good buy again, but then to leave the range. That's basically where I'm at with this. So let's quickly have a look at your comments. Let's see what we have. Morning, Tian, Altec Codes, Renee, all the regulars is here. Here's a new one. Hello from down under, Mr. John Sukran. John, nice to have you here. Amanda, nice to have you here as well. Good morning to you all. Okay, so if there's no questions or anything, let me know. Seb, I appreciate you guys taking the time, spending some time with me as well. It's important. We're moving into an impressive bull cycle. It's going to come. It's going to come really well. And then we need to be here. SM Golf is also here. Nice to have you here. And okay, so now you kind of see the game plan that I'm at. So where we are now, I'm trying to trade long. So I went long this morning. I've got about $1,000 profit at the moment. I didn't quite get the sweet spot entry. This is 7:30 in the morning for me. I was at the gym. So I managed to give the setup to everybody in the Discord. And then as I was running, as I was coming home, we were sitting right here. So I grabbed it and I was a little reluctant to get in, to be honest with you, because I didn't get the entry. I tend to be quite strict on myself, but I managed to look at the breakout and I entered there. But that was the sweet spot entry for everybody. Okay, so the trade TPs as follows. We're basically moving TP to entry, TP2 66, TP3 66,600, and then TP4. So this position I'm looking to drag over and try and see if we can get that higher high. At that stage, I should potentially bang in at about a 19K profit range. Trading history for this account this month so far, there's all the trades. The last trade I took about $4,500. That was the 8th of October. So hopefully when I bang this one in, let's see, fingers crossed, guys. Let's all hope we all get the nice trade in there. Okay, and that's basically that. So I want to see BTC go up. Now, if you want to join the Discord, you want to trade with me, trade the trades that I take. I share them in the Discord in my live chart setup and in the market tactics. So this was the stream this morning. I went live at 6 a.m. my time. Excuse the spelling. I was kind of in a hurry to just get the content out. So if you want to join in on this new trade with it, you can. All you need to do is just open your own Prime account and come trade with me. You can fund it with BTC. You can fund it with ETH, spot coins that you probably hold through the rest of the bull cycle. And what I will do is for this week, guys, this week only. Normally, how it works is if you head over to the Discord, if you fund it with $2,000, you get 1 month free in the Discord. You can trade with me. But if you fund it with $5,000, what I will do this month, and it's only for 10 people, I'll give a year access to the Discord, the buddy indicator, everything I do, my market tactics, the HODL report where I chart the altcoins, everything that I do. $5,000, the first 10 guys that grabs that, you get a year. That's as good a deal as can be. And that will set you up for the rest of the bull cycle. No worries, no nothing. That's it. Okay. And then for SEP, stuff like that, fourth for Illuvium and those things, I can chart those things at your request when you need it, when you have it in the Discord. Okay. And then the last little thing, yesterday I shared Bitcoin Cash to you and said, look at it. And it's popped out, made about a 20% gain there. So if you're not in on Bitcoin Cash, guys, probably a slight pullback. I'm not expecting too much, maybe 350. And then this thing on spot, I think it's going to run. You're looking at around 670 and so forth. Dogecoin, all the other coins are still kind of dragging in that imbalance area. So there's still opportunities there, guys. So don't miss out on these things. These coins are ready. These coins are ready to run. And they're going to be popping really quick. New coin listings. There was just this one thing that I quickly want to look at. These are a couple of new coins that we're looking at. So I'm thinking about looking at coins like these, like Shark. They're still all trending down. OMNICAT, Social. These are all new listings. And this Bitcoin profit, if I get this profit there, I'm going to use some of that cash. Okay, bang the profit, withdraw. I withdraw every week. I withdraw my profit. Okay, bang some profit. Okay. And then go and buy some of these coins with that profit. And that's it. Okay. Got a DYDX long at 0. Goodbye. Well, let's quickly have a look at DYDX and see whether it's a good buy. Remember now, one thing though, while we're on this topic about good buy, bad buys, it all depends on the amount of leverage you took, whether you took it on spot, and what your risk appetite is. Can you hold it for 6 months? And I can't find DYDX now. I'm too much in a hurry. So these kind of things do play a role. So just remember that. So let's quickly have a look. So you said you got it at 0.9. Goodbye. So you're taking the breakout on this. So it's in line with everything else that we're saying. So let's zoom out. Let's just give perspective, okay? Go to the line tool, zoom out perspective, okay? The RSI is at this stage trying to make higher lows. So that's really good as price made lower lows. So you do have strong bullish divergence, okay, even on the monthly time frame. So that's there, that's locked in. So even if I apply, this trade strategy that we use on this, on the monthly, so it's in the right area, it's in the buy zone. So you got it, in that case. But if you're leveraging this, depends on where you're trading. If you're leveraging this, you're sitting in a situation where you now need to ask yourself a little bit more upside. Are we going to make a higher high, smash all the supply? Because that could definitely be really juicy, meaning a little bit higher. It's going to put all these stops under pressure. And then where do I hold this thing to? Then you hold it to at least there, okay? Because that's the first area where major resistance is. So then you can say, well, I got it 0.9. I'm going to try and be patient and hold it to 1.7. And that would be a really good trade for you. Try and get that in there. It will be choppy. It's not going to just do it in one line. If it does, have your TPs already set, because you do get those little crazy, scam wicks, for lack of a better word, low liquidity pups, and that can happen. Okay. So yeah, they say the tokenomics of Chili's is going to change. The info on this matter contradicting. What's your thoughts on this? Okay, Renee, the thing with tokenomics, I'm going to have to go and check that out. I don't have the info just yet. Let me go read up on this. But tokenomics, are they going to take the coins away? I'm going to look at this from this point of view. Maybe you can do this so you can kind of look at it as well. Are they taking coins, like say 5% out of all the wallets that has the coins? Are they doing that? Okay. Are they adding, these kind of things? DOT had a tokenomics change, and it didn't do anything. They just stopped trading for a week. Everybody got their new dots in their wallets, and life went on. So these kind of things, you need to measure it up on that thing. Does that change the supply and demand? I don't have the answer. So Renee, good question. Sorry, I don't have an answer. But these are the kind of things you kind of need to think along. That's it. And that's about that. So in short, guys, I'm still expecting more upside. I want to try and trade Bitcoin out of this range. So it's not like I can make it happen, but the hope is that Bitcoin's going to push up to the upper end of the range. Okay. And hopefully the market is kind enough. Now, the buddy indicator, is a really nifty tool. It lets you know, listen, there's divergence. We're in the choppy area of the market because it's yellow. It colors the candles yellow. So as long as that is the case, you need to have a kind of like a wider stop. And it gives you a nice setup. This was a nice, the S2, you went into the entry, TP1, TP2, TP3. That's a 1 to 10 risk reward ratio. So there was a long scalp called the long there, enter on the green line. And then it said, listen, it's not working. So you probably would have lost a little bit of money there. This is a fake long because on the entry call, it also said get out. So that doesn't work. And then the last S2 it gave, that one failed. Okay, so when it fails, just remember, guys, if you look at this from a part system, the risk reward ratio on the S2s is what makes them so powerful. You enter within this area, but that's the amount of risk. If that's $100, there you're making 2 times that, and there you're making 10 times that. So when it hits, it really does bring a lot of gains into your wallet. So that's the key with the S2s and the S3s and so forth. Okay. And all those are nicely, neatly laid out in the strategy. And you can find all the education that you would want for this if you want to go and read up on it in the education. There's the buddy indicator as well as the trend scope indicator. So there you have it. Okay, guys. So thanks so much for taking time trading with me. So hopefully the market is kind, and tomorrow we can come back and say, okay, right, Bitcoin is sitting up here 66, 67, and then one little last push down, because there's still gaps there to be made, just like the last time, right? In our destination map, not a roadmap, destination map. So we know there's going to be areas where Bitcoin wants to go and revisit. We just don't know when. Okay, so we do have these zones. And let Bitcoin do its thing, create a reason to turn around, and then we can start mapping our next journey. Okay, there you have it, guys. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you this afternoon when the stream where we're going to be looking at some more alts like Sui. We can have a look at our coins that we looked at. Yes, Celestia also moved up a little bit from yesterday. Let's have a look. Woo, still in the same area. So a lot of these coins are still really good, decent buy zones, and we can look at those and some of your requests. Just guys, remember, do me a solid, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Even if you're watching on Twitter, YouTube, just do me a solid, just get the content out there. I really appreciate that. And for the rest, have a lovely day. Cheers, guys.
I'll keep hustling.
Subscribe now.